Saffron crocus farming, intensive small plot cultivation of saffron threads. The cultivation of the saffron crocus, Crocus sativus, for its valuable saffron threads is a labor-intensive procedure, particularly when treated as a compact, high-intensity agricultural endeavor. With a restricted amount of land, this strategy aims to optimize output and quality. Step 1, site selection and planning. Careful planning and selecting the appropriate site are the cornerstones of successful saffron farming. Requirements for the site: only certain conditions are favorable for saffron growth. For at least half of the day, the optimal location should have direct sunlight. The soil is essential. It needs to drain well to keep the corms, the subterranean storage organ of the saffron plant, which resembles a bulb, from rotting. A pH range of 6 to 8 is ideal for sandy or loamy soil. Good soil structure is essential, but the plant can thrive even in soils with low nutrient levels. Climate factors: unique weather conditions are necessary for saffron cultivation, including dry, hot summers when the corms are dormant, and cold winters with adequate irrigation or precipitation during the active growing season. Although the saffron crocus is particularly frost hardy, the corms can be stressed by too much snow or extended periods of below freezing weather. Plot preparation. Careful preparation of the selected site is necessary for intensive small plot agriculture. This includes thorough tillage to a depth of 30-40 centimeters to loosen dense soil and promote effective drainage. Although adding compost or well-rotted organic material can enhance soil structure and fertility, excessive manuring should be avoided. In addition, the plot should be free of all weeds and rocks. 2. Corm purchase and planting. The future yield is greatly influenced by the quality of the initial raw material, which is the saffron corms. Selecting the corm purchase disease-free, healthy corms from a reliable source. The size of the corm is a major determinant of first blooming. Bigger corms, at least 2.53 centimeters in diameter, are more likely to bloom in the first year. The late summer, often July to September, in the northern hemisphere, is when dormant corms are usually planted. Intense planting density. Using space efficiently is what intensive farming entails. The spacing between corms is far closer in modern farming than in traditional farming. Planting corms in rows or beds with the corms spaced 5-10 centimeters apart and the rows 10-15 centimeters apart is a typical intensive spacing. The typical planting depth ranges from 10 to 15 centimeters. The number of flowers per square meter is maximized by this high density, although careful management of nutrients and water is necessary. Planning for rotation saffron is prone to certain soil-borne illnesses and may gradually deplete the soil. To maintain soil health and encourage corm multiplication, it is generally advised to rotate the planting area every 4 to 5 years. This could entail dividing the plot into rotational sections or moving to a new plot after the maximum growing season for small plot agriculture. 3. Crop management and upkeep. Intensive saffron farming requires careful supervision throughout the growing season in order to be successful. Irrigation method. Although saffron can tolerate drought during its summer dormancy, it requires water during the active growing phase. Following planting, moderate irrigation is required to encourage root development, as well as once more in the fall, right before blooming. Water should be provided as needed, especially during dry times throughout the winter and spring months when the leaves are active. Due to the possibility of corm rot, overwatering is deadly and should be carefully prevented. Weed control water and nutrients are taken from the densely planted saffron by weeds, which can also serve as hosts for pests and diseases. Chemical herbicides are often not used in high-value spice crops, and intensive planting makes mechanical weeding impractical. Therefore, manual weeding is the preferred method, especially during the early stages of growth and prior to flowering. Protecting against pests and diseases. Voles, mice, or rabbits that may consume the corms are the main hazards, as are fungal diseases like corm rot, which are frequently brought on by inadequate drainage. The key is prevention, making sure there is adequate drainage, using certified disease-free corms, and installing physical barriers such as wire mesh fences to keep rodents out. For the harvest, picking and blossoming. The harvest is the most labor-intensive and crucial stage as it influences the ultimate quality of the finished product. Window and bloom, the saffron crocus usually blooms abruptly in the middle to late fall, October to November. The blooming season is quite short, lasting just 2 to 4 weeks. Choosing the flowers by hand. The flowers must be harvested first thing in the morning on the day they bloom, since the quality of the stigmas declines rapidly when exposed to the sun. This calls for a committed and timely response. Because saffron production is labor-intensive, there are a lot of flowers in one area requiring concentrated effort. Segregation and processing. The flowers are brought inside for sorting right away after they are picked. The 3 deep red stigmas, the saffron threads, are hand-picked or chopped from the yellow and white sections of the flower with extreme care. The primary reason for saffron's pricey price is this lengthy, laborious procedure. 5, storage and treatment, drying, curing. To maintain the color, flavor, picrocrosin, and aroma saffronal of the fresh stigmas, which have around 75% moisture, they must be dried, cured to between 10% and 12% moisture content. The threads are usually cured in a specialized dehydrator or by gently toasting them in a fine mesh sieve over a low heat source. Vigilance is necessary throughout the process to prevent burning and ensure consistent drying. A nice cure improves the thread's characteristic aroma. Storing and grading. The threads should be stored in an airtight container as soon as they have cooled down completely, shielded from light and humidity. The quality of saffron is determined by the color intensity, thread length, and absence of anything that isn't saffron. Intensive cultivation selects just the red part of the stigma to achieve grade D, Supernagan, or Sargol quality. 6, corm replication and future harvests. The long-term sustainability of saffron, a perennial plant, depends on the proliferation of its corms. Replacing and digging for corms. New daughter corms are created annually by the multiplication of the original corms. The density may increase too much over the course of several years, resulting in lower yields and smaller blossoms. In an intensive system, the corms are often lifted or dug up every 3 to 5 years after the foliage has died back, late spring or early summer. The bigger, healthier daughter corms are chosen for replanting, while the smaller ones can be sold as planting material. This phase guarantees that the same plot continues to produce high yields. Financial stability. Despite the high labor costs, intensive small plot farming is financially feasible, since it maximizes land use and provides superior quality control. With a smaller land area, a single farmer or family can more precisely control all the crucial quality determining stages, including weeding, selecting, and curing. An intensive small plot farmer may create a saffron business that is both productive and high quality by following these procedures, transforming a small amount of land into a source of one of the most expensive spices in the world.